Good morning, camels. I'm hoping that everything's going well in your world. We're starting virtual learning. Kind of scary, kind of exciting. I know I'm pretty excited. This is a platform that I'm pretty familiar with as far as on the student side, seeing as I'm still taking online classes for my master's. So, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I completely understand what it's like to have instructions in front of me that maybe I don't understand the most. How I've been able to be successful with my online learning is always reaching out to my professors. In this case, it's going to be your teachers if you have any questions or misunderstandings. Okay, so that is like number one, how to be successful with this platform. So I have on the screen in front of us some remote learning expectations and schedule. Okay, so this is what our schedule is going to look like. Remember, this is flexible. You can do your work whenever you want to do it, as long as you're getting it done. Um, I know for me, I have to schedule in the times that I'm going to be doing my work. And this is kind of what this schedule does for me. If these times are not going to fit into your schedule because you're working or you have other obligations that you need to do during the day, that's absolutely fine. However, I would try to find on Tuesdays or Thursdays time in which you can set aside to work on your English homework. So that's one of the tips that I use to be successful on an online platform, because otherwise, if you don't set that time aside, then it can get really difficult, especially when you procrastinate. And I know I'm secretly a procrastinator, so if I don't do that planning, I am not very successful. So let's go ahead and go through this schedule and expectations. So my office hours, you're going to have four opportunities for office hours during Monday through Thursday. Okay, so those are going to be 7:30 to 8:30, 10 to 10:30, 12 to 12:30, and 3 to 3:30. Okay. Then from 8:30 to 10 is when you are expected to check your Google Classroom for English assignments and lessons. And then you will do that again on Thursday. Okay. Then all of your work that was due from the previous week. So at this point on Monday, there's nothing due unless you have not turned in any of your work from before break. Then I suggest you get to work on that. This is when all of your assignments are going to be due, are on Mondays. Okay. Then on Fridays, we have an intervention and enrichment program. Basically, this is a day for you to reach out to your teachers to get help if you need, or there will be enrichment activities for you to do. From my understanding and what other teachers are doing, these are going to be very simple, not very time consuming enrichment activities. So don't feel like, oh goodness, I'm going to have 3 activities to do each week. Okay. So that's kind of what that's going to look like. So as we move down to teacher office hours, I will be available at the times listed above for one-on-one help. If it's just a simple question like, hey, where do I find this? That's going to take me like a minute to type an email to you. Please email me for those questions. If it's going to be a more complex question, though, I would like you to use the Google form to schedule an appointment, just because that's going to be the most helpful for you. Okay. And then it tells me when, like, what platform you want to use. If you want to use Zoom to do a Zoom meeting, if you want to talk on the phone, or if there's another modality that's available to us. Okay. So the schedule is flexible, and you need to use it as a guide. It's not an absolute. I know some of you are probably working right now. I've seen a few of you in the fast food lines, so I'm sure that you are taking this opportunity to work if you can, or you're babysitting siblings, something like that. We completely understand. We know what's going on in our community right now. So make sure that you understand that it is flexible, but I would definitely schedule in those times where you're going to work on your English stuff twice a week. I will post lessons on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30 a.m. It is your responsibility to access the lessons, complete the attendance form, and work on the lessons for the week. When you do it is up to you. Every Friday, depending on your progress, there will be an enrichment activity. If you are struggling, this time will be designated to help you to complete the assignments. See the section below for more information. All assignments will be due on the following Monday unless otherwise noted. Okay. Intervention enrichment, I've kind of gone over that. Expectations. So our expectations for you have a lot to do with online conduct and online ethics. So when you're interacting with your classmates or myself, make sure that you are using appropriate language, you're being respectful and polite. Just like in the classroom, I expect us to be professionals to an extent, okay? So I don't want to see any derogatory language used at anybody or online bullying. Also, remember when you put something down when you're writing it, it's very difficult to erase, especially when it goes online. So make sure you're conducting yourself in a school appropriate manner, okay? When you go to log into Google Classroom to access the lesson for the first time only, you will need to complete the attendance Google form. This attendance Google form is going to be how we're going to take attendance. So we're not going to be using PowerSchool at this point because it's not a brick and mortar classroom, because you're going to be accessing this stuff when it's the best time for you, okay? So make sure you do that attendance form or you're counted absent. And last I heard from the administration is that if you do not attend your classes for 2 weeks in a row, then they will drop you from the class. So make sure that you are filling out those attendance Google forms, okay? And then this Google form helps me, especially if you are struggling, okay? So as you're finishing up your day, please fill out the Google form telling me how you are feeling about the assignments that day. I will be able to better assist your success from the information you provided for me. You have a week to work on assignments as you see fit. Assignments will be due the following week on Monday unless I tell you otherwise. And then grades will be posted in PowerSchool. So that's basically what our schedule is going to look like in a nutshell. Obviously, it's going to be more dynamic as we get into it, but we're going to be following the schedule pretty closely as far as office hours. So if you ever need to get a hold of me and you have an emergency about assignment, make sure that you utilize either my email or the office hours Google form, which I will create a video to help you fill out those forms. So anyway, I look forward to getting to work with you guys again. Missed you. So I hope you are successful. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Thank you. Bye.